Hey guys, this is AliJavaidTV, and today we are playing Star Wars: The Old Republic, as you can see, and I'm here with my friend, and this is such a great MMO. We're going to talk a lot about this MMO. I'm also a Twitch streamer, so you guys can check that out as well.
Hello and welcome everyone to another MMO Anthropology and interview. I of course am Amarist and I am here with Ali. We are in Star Wars: The Old Republic, and welcome and thank you so much for coming along and answering some questions. So Ali, can you tell me a little bit about so how did you how did you get, where does your name come from? Like Ali is that your
So basically, my name Ali, it was given to me by my parents. It means exalted, it means emperor. That's why, I love calling myself the emperor. The emperor in Star Wars is like the highest rank when it comes to a Sith Lord, but that's not why my parents named me Ali. It's just a
okay.
very nice name, to have. I mean, Muhammad Ali, you know what I mean?
Yes.
It's a common name, and I'm born and raised in Dubai, right? And Dubai being a Muslim country, and me being from a Pakistani origin in an Arab country, so that name comes in.
So you use your real life name as your as your name out there.
Yeah, on the streams, exactly. I use
Okay.
my real life name. I mean, like Logan Paul and these guys, they also use their real life names. So I was like, why not? Let me give my real name, and that's good. I know
Okay.
some people might not pronounce it well, but
Yep.
Ali is a very easy name to say. Just Ali. And you guys
It,
can call me Ali.
okay. No, that's great. I mean, like, there are a number of people who use their real name in their, on the internet and stuff, such. It
Yeah,
it
yeah.
makes it a lot easier to, like, I guess, brand yourself, so to speak. So, uh,
Exactly.
well, tell me a little bit about your character. Like, for example, like, how did you come to name your character Darth Taurus?
So after getting married,
Mhm.
I remember getting my gaming PC done, and me and my wife were sitting together, and then I was like, wife, I'm creating a character right now, but I don't know what to name him. And then, she's a Taurus, by the way. She's born May 14th, so she's a pure Taurus. And then she was like, how about you give him the name Taurus? So I was like, once I reach the rank of Darth, he's gonna be called Darth Taurus. And Taurus means bull, like a
Mhm.
heavyweight, like a powerhouse. And you can see the heavyweight that he is, right? He looks like a
Yes.
freak of nature. So it's this name, Darth Taurus, is inspired and is from my wife actually. 2 years ago, he was created right after our marriage.
That's brilliant. And not only that, it looks like you spent a lot of time thinking about his costuming, like the skull and the dark outfit and the lightsabers. Like what uh like how much time did you put in thinking about like the design?
So yeah, bro, a lot of time was spent. So let me show you and take you down to History Town with
Sure.
Darth Taurus. So this is how he initially looked like. He was inspired to be a Malgus wannabe, as you can see here.
Hmm.
This is how his origin story is from level 1 to level 50. That's
Okay.
how he actually looked like before. I really was like my inspiration for him was also like the character, the way he looked was Darth Malgus. Okay. And then, of course, I changed it up a bit. And then once I started doing the expansions very recently, I thought, I gotta make my Sith Lord different, make him something else, something unique, so, with my own taste to it. So it's not so unique because, I'm literally wearing a mask of a Sith Lord, which is Nihilus. So then came this. So I got the robes, from Ahsoka, those witches,
Hmm.
night witches, night sisters, right? That's what they're called. They have these red robes, right? They are also with Thrawn in Ahsoka series, if you've seen it. So they
Yeah.
have this giant red robe, even on Clone Wars. So what I did is I dyed it black, put the nihilist mask on, got these two crossguard lightsabers. So it's a very expensive showcase, as you can see, with the colors, with the crystals, everything, even the augmentation. As you can see, the red thing, it's glowing, it's dark. So to give him that terror vibe, like a pure Sith Lord.
So what attracted you to Star Wars: The Old Republic?
Mm, Actually, this is a fun story. I was a kid, and my cousin Jigsaw, who you also know is also a streamer, both of us were playing World of Warcraft. Okay, we both lived in the same house, and we used to always say, "What if there is a game out there, and it is exactly like World of Warcraft, but it's Star Wars?" And by the way, at that time there was Star Wars Galaxies, but we didn't know about that game. I didn't even know that game existed, by the way, because the internet and everything, it was very rare. I'm not some ancient beast. I was born in 1994, 30
Mhm.
years old. But my point is, like at that time, we didn't have much access. Our parents didn't allow us. So World of Warcraft, right? That was our first MMO. And then he discovered, he's the one who introduced me to WoW, and then he introduced me to Star Wars: The Old Republic. And he was like, Ali, I fucking found the game, man. Sorry for my language. You can edit this and put it again.
I'm
Ali, I
not
really
worried.
found the game, man, that we were looking for. Star Wars: The Old Republic, exactly like World of Warcraft, but it's Star Wars. You get to play as a Jedi, a Sith, a smuggler, whatever the hell you want to play, man. You can do it. And man, when I saw the game, I used to dream about this game the entire time. Now, I did not have a good PC back then. It was a very old Windows 98 or something. And I didn't have internet either. So I would always go to Jigsaw's house, my cousin, like
Mhm.
his place, like his room actually, in the same house, but he was living at the back end area. And I would use his laptop to play the game. That is back in 2013 or 14. The game launched initially in 2011, but we had no clue about it. That's how we knew about this game.
Great. That actually like segues nicely into like the other part of the question that I generally ask is, what is your like video game playing experience? Like, what other MMOs have you played? You already mentioned World of Warcraft. How does
Correct.
that kind of like dovetail with your, Star Wars: The Old Republic game playing experience?
I mean, both of them are very similar in terms of interface, the UI. It's just that, World of Warcraft is fantasy and it has its own lore, and Star Wars is a sci-fi and it has its own lore, own classes. All things are different, of course. There are comparisons, of course. Like I prefer a linear style of gameplay in MMOs. To answer your question, I have not played many MMOs. It's just WoW, Star Wars: The Old Republic, and very recently I tried Throne and Liberty. The reason I don't jump into MMOs is because of World of Warcraft. Because World of Warcraft, whenever I play, I'm a person who likes to play the game from A to Z. I don't like to jump into even movies. By the way, I made sure after marriage that my wife saw every single Star Wars movie and Marvel movie that there is in order to prepare her for what's coming up next in the cinema. So I make sure you do your homework. Even in games, I'm the same. So when I played World of Warcraft, there is an expansion that you can play. But what about the previous stories? And that bugged me. I try to do old content, but there are not players around, and it's really hard to do. But then when I played Star Wars, man, I realized like this game is heaven. You can play the game perfectly, properly, single player from A to Z, from the origin all the way to the end. You don't need anyone, you don't need anything. You can play the story from the beginning to the end, something which World of Warcraft doesn't have, even though it is the bigger MMO for sure. But that's why I don't get much into MMOs, because I have this fear that, I already missed everything and I won't understand anything because, like, okay, there's another MMO that I've played, Destiny. Okay. Let me tell you this also.
Hmm.
I love Destiny. It's a great game, FPS MMO style game. It is an MMO, right, bro? Sorry, I'm asking you a question now.
I generally refer to Destiny as kind of an MMO hybrid because it kind of falls
Yeah,
on the spectrum, but it's a little bit more distant.
it's a little bit more distant, but it had a similar thing. You could play the
Yeah.
game from the beginning until they threw it all out of the box, and then now you just start the game out of nowhere, like World of Warcraft. When you start World of Warcraft, you start like you're already the champion. Now imagine I've played Warcraft 3. I'm a huge RTS fan.
Hmm.
I know the story, right? But But as a person, a gnome who doesn't know anything, you start World of Warcraft, and everyone's calling you a champion. You've slayed Lich King, you've slayed, Orgrim, and all these big, bosses, but you don't even know who the hell they are. But in Star Wars, you can one by one go to it. So that's why I don't have much MMO experience. But like I said, we were talking earlier, and I
Hmm.
told you, Guild War kind of makes me want to get into it as well. So I might try that out as well in the future.
Sure. So, can you speak to a little bit of where we are standing right now and why you chose the location that we're in?
Oh well, we are standing right now in Tatooine, and now Tatooine, man, this is the birthplace of Star Wars, I would say.
Hmm.
So this is the place where Luke Skywalker was born, the place where Anakin Skywalker was born. This is the place where it all starts for Star Wars. I mean, when that scene, man, Luke, a farm boy, okay, having an ambition, a dream, just like us, man. When we were kids, we all have ambitions. I want to be something big. Luke wanted to be out there, be a pilot, be a fighter, and then that I just can never forget that scene. Luke standing up there, having hope, staring at the two suns in the background, and just amazing. That feeling of that farm boy becoming something bigger than himself. Tatooine is such an iconic location. Every Star Wars game has it. I mean, the movies always like refer it, and you're always there. Tatooine is Star Wars. You have Jabba's palace, you have Boba Fett, you have everything going on in this planet, man. It has syndicates roaming around here and there. I heard we're gonna visit. Not I heard, I know, and you know that as well. Star Wars outlaws. We're gonna be in this planet once again, man. We're gonna meet Jabba the Hutt. So Tatooine is awesome.
Hmm. So, I know that you kind of touched on this already, but how long have you been playing Star Wars: The Old Republic, and like how often do you play it right now?
Good question. How long I've been playing is a tricky one. I joined this game back in 2014. Could play it in and out like barely. Because I told you, right, I used to have an internet issue and stuff.
Hmm.
But then 2016 or 17, I remember rebooting the game again after 2, 3 years. I joined again, and I just did the Sith Inquisitor campaign, and then I quit. And then after my marriage, I joined again in 2022, and I did the campaign for Darth Taurus. I didn't finish it, and I quit again, by the way. And then 3 months ago or 4 months ago, recently, I rejoined this game, and this time I finished Taurus's campaign, made 7 other characters, finished 7 other stories, became a legendary player in this game. I stayed in this game. I made so many friends, bro, because of this game. I was just amazed. I was playing it differently. I started playing with friends. We literally have a community now, all because of this very game. And currently, yes, I've been very consistently playing this game, very consistently. I mean, being legendary is one thing, man. You have to go and finish every single story, every single campaign from every class, man. You gotta finish it all the way from 1 to 50, do everything again and again and again until you have to do more. So, you get tired of it, you get sick of it but, I had this love for Star Wars, bro, that I just kept on wanting to do more, brother. So here we
Yeah.
are, here we are. And now, currently, I'm just doing the DLCs and I'm just like chilling out, having fun with friends. So yeah, like to answer this question as well, I play it regularly. Like if in a week we have 7 days, I might use you can say play it 4 or 5 times, in that way.
Um, awesome. So, um, what do you do in the game on like a normal day?
So basically, what I would do is, like I just like keep playing the story. I would right now I'm playing Shadow of Revan, which came out back in 2015 or 16. So I'm playing it story-wise, right? I finished the origin story. I played the Hut Cartel expansion. Currently, I'm playing the Shadow of Revan expansion. And also sometimes if I get bored, like let's say I get burnt out or something, I'll message my friends and we just like do some dungeons on the side, do some flashpoints. And currently we're also planning to kill some world bosses because of the new update. They have a new update where you have to go and kill dark side and light side bosses. and they drop some stuff which you can actually turn in to get like really nice looking gear. It's like new season update.
Great. So, when it came to Star Wars: The Old Republic, how did you learn to play the game? Like, what kind of resources did you consult, or do you learn from other people? Did you look online? How did you learn to like fight bosses or do missions, that sort of thing?
So a lot of stuff actually. Firstly, of course, I'm my cousin, Jigsaw, my cousin brother. He literally taught me how to play the game, and of course, the base, everything he taught me. And then, when I was playing the game first few times, yeah, I learned myself to be honest. But to be honest, learning yourself means you just know like 3-4% of the game. Now when I'm playing the game, a lot of good streamers who come to the stream, I'll name some people like Olman. You can like check him out as well and probably do an interview with that guy. He's amazing. Um, he has really taught me a lot of stuff in the game. I have a really good friend Luke. He has taught me a lot of stuff in the game. Just other players, Jone and some people like Priest. Priest has been always there, teaching me do this, do that, do flash points. Like telling me to this is how you grind, this is what you do. Okay, guys, these are the crafting materials. You gotta do this way. You gotta do this way. No, don't do this. Don't do this story first. Do this story first. Luke, Holman, Jone, Jigsaw, Priest. All these really great players. Really good people that I met. While I was streaming. Then there is Drew. Drew, one of my biggest supporters. He's amazing. He's literally like, when I was like suffering a lot of times and I couldn't queue in some flashpoints, he told me to do heroic missions. It opens up that wow, there's so many ways in this game that you can level up because there are instances in this game, bro, where if you're not the highest level, you can't go and do that stuff. So maybe you gotta go like 4 or 5 levels up to be that level, right? So then I remember Drew used to tell me that Ali, go and do these heroic missions. And I was like, wow, like, this opened up another way now to level up and to farm in this game. Like, so people, myself, cousin, brother, really good friends, and all that, bro. Like, the community, Star Wars, The Old Republic, the community is very nice, is very strong. They're very good people, very helpful people. It's a very new player friendly game. People are very nice here. Obviously, you do meet bad people everywhere. That's a given. Whether it's your job, it's your school, university, wherever you go. Even in video games, it's the same case. But I think the Star Wars community, brother, a SWTOR community, I would say, Old Republic, best community I've ever met in my entire life of gaming. And I'm 30 years old. I've been gaming since I was 3 or 4. So that's a lot of experience, brother, when it comes to gaming. 90s.
So you would say like the temperature of the MMO community here is extremely warm and welcoming and very helpful to new players.
Very, very. If you need help, they support you. Like you can literally in the general chat message people, and you might see some people not responding you in a nice way. But then there's some very nice people, man. They'll come to you. They'll even sometimes to support you, give you credits, give you good weapons. Maybe you want to go and kill some bosses. They'll just come along with you. They're there. They want this game to succeed, and they are living and breathing. And I even see people, man, role playing. Like these days in the world, GTA role play is such a big thing, right? People role play Star Wars as well. I was amazed. Like, my God. People like proper role play, bro. There's a Sith, a Jedi, Moff, Admiral, like, wow. They are like fully role playing. Awesome, unbelievable.
So, um, a little bit of a slightly different question for you. How would you say you use your time playing like MMOs differently than you would watching TV or movies or like consuming other types of media?
By MMOs differently, in specific, like, what do you mean exactly? Like, what would
Uh,
I do, like, to get better or something?
like when you're playing an MMO
Mhm.
versus like sitting down to watch a movie or watch TV, like how do you feel like you use MMOs differently than you do uh, using media like a movie? or watching TV?
So, so basically, like when it comes to TVs, you have a very chill experience. You know, you're just sitting back, not doing anything, and you're just watching, whether you're watching sports or a movie or something, just sitting back and watching. Depends, if it's a sports thing, you could be riled up. But when it comes to MMOs, I think, it's a bit different. There's a lot of engagement going on with people. You are immersed in the story. And, the main difference to answer your question, watching something on the TV, you're watching someone else, right? Playing yourself in an MMO in a video game is you are playing yourself, you're role playing yourself in your mind, that's you in this galaxy far, far away. This is what you would do in this situation because this game, it really puts you into situations, man, where they tell you do this or do that, kill this person or let this person go. And you can make that choice. And that's you making that choice. That's not some script. Okay, that's like you making that decision. So that's what I love about this. Of course, watching a TV, you can't do that, unfortunately. You are just following the script, whatever they've given you. That's also the case of video games, but this MMO, in particular, Star Wars The Old Republic, they give you choices, brother. And of course, man, you create the character according to you. You base him according to you. Whatever you have in your mind, the mythos, whatever is going on, inside, you just put it out there. That's your character, that's your name, that's your stamp on it. So that's how I would say it's different.
Do you feel like Star Wars: The Old Republic, in particular, has given you more of an attachment to your character by allowing you greater customization and the ability to guide your story more?
Yes, bro, it has. It's addictive, it's very addictive. I mean, you can literally do whatever you can to your character. You can keep changing him, like you're changing clothes every day. It's deep, bro. Like since they gave us this option, of course, we always keep changing, trying to get better, give them different outfits, different clothes, different hairstyles. Sometimes I even change up based on the story. So this is my latest outfit, the one that I made. I'm using this. So now there's a Sith Lord in the game. Her name is what's her name? I literally forgot her name. In the Shadow of Revan story, if you can indulge me, give me some knowledge. Um, let me just. I'm just brainstorming. Right? Lana Benico. Lana Benico. You know Lana Benico. Whatever. I'm probably butchering this. Lana Benico. That's her name. Lana Benico. So I don't know if I said it correct, but then like I was, in this game you can actually romance characters, right? So
Yes.
I was like, instead of being like looking like this, terror guy, I thought, for Lana, to make a relationship with her, I should actually look nice. So imagine for the sake of this game, I literally made myself look this way. Now I'm still a Sith. I have a mask, but she can actually see my good looks, and maybe she can fall for me that way. You know what I mean?
I love that.
So,
So,
I can't wear a mask, a scary looking mask, and expect Lana to like me, right? So that's how I see it. And of course, I can even remove this. See, that's how I look now with the Targaryen style of hair, from House of the Dragon, and
it's very
that's how
attractive.
this look is based on. He is, yeah. So I don't think Lana will go to anyone else. She has her man right here.
Well, I know you've spoken to this, so but this should be a little bit more detail. Do you have a guild or community in Star Wars: The Old Republic, and do you talk to them outside of the context of Star Wars: The Old Republic?
Yes, actually, I do. So very recently, we made a guild actually in this game, and this character is not on that guild. That's on a different server actually. So I have a very good friend Luke. He plays actually on a different server called Darth Malgus. So me, Drew, Luke, Priest, a couple of us friends, we moved into that server, and another guy, Imperial, he's also a very good guy. We all moved over there, and we created our own guild. It's called the Shield Initiative, like the Avengers Initiative. So that's our own guild. And yes, also outside, we have our own Discord, so we all share our life stories over there. We talk to each other. on a regular basis, and we get even personal sometimes in the chat, privately. So yeah, like we know about each other, we know about our routines, we share our personal stuff with each other, and these are my really good friends, and we made a guild together. And also, when I play different games, they're there, and sometimes even they play those games. So it's all good.
Great. And so, my very last question is, what is your favorite memory or experience from playing an MMO?
Favorite memory or experience? Actually, I think it would be not Star Wars. Currently, yes, all the moments in Star Wars are my favorite. Like everything, this community that I've built, everything. But
Mhm.
like my earliest memory. Okay, this is my earliest memory. Is when me and my cousin Jigsaw, we would be playing World of Warcraft on a private server, and I had zero experience of the game. And I remember I didn't know anything. And you just click one button, you become level 80 instantly. So no grinding, nothing. And I remember knowing nothing, and I was just yelling in the chat, like, come, I'll take you guys for a raid. And literally so many people came up. There were like maybe 10, 15 people, and I took all of them on a raid, not knowing anything, and dying at the beginning of the raid. And they were all carrying on without me, and I was their leader. So that's a funny memory. I was a kid back then. I was like, I was literally conning them, imagine. Not knowing anything, but just taking them along for the ride. And I was the first one to die, man. It was really funny. And my
I,
cousin, he was laughing. He's like, what the hell are you doing, man? You don't even know how to do a freaking raid. And you took them all with you. So, but yeah, other than that, in Star Wars, bro, every single memory, doing FPs with my friends, legendary memory. Like with them, it's fun. We chat, have fun, chill around, poke each other. It's all cool, man.
I love that. Well, Ali, thank you so much for stopping and spending time. I really appreciate you answering these questions. And of course,
Thank you.
everybody, I have been Amorist, and this has been another MMO Anthropology interview. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much. This has been an honor. And I just wanted to say something really good about you, man. You are an amazing person. You're very supportive. You ask really good questions. I hope to see you up there in the future one day, like really at the top, man. You deserve it, man, because you're really hardworking, and you're taking your time out, and you're supporting people, and you're asking them questions, doing interviews and all that, man. You have to be an ambitious person. You have to love what you do to be able to do this in your extra free time as well, man. So kudos to you. I appreciate you. I just wanted you to know that, man. You are
Thank,
amazing.
thank you. I appreciate it. And to everybody else,
Listen,
good night and good dreams.
thank you, thank you.
Do you play online games? Do you have Discord? Then we'd love to interview you on Massive Online Anthropology. Join the fascinating multitudes who have spoken about their online gaming experience and be the envy of all your friends. Or at least get the MMO Anthropology Geek Merit Badge. Sorry, no t-shirt. See you then.